was always the quiet one in the family meetings. Not because she had nothing to say, but because nobody ever listened when she did. Her name was Lena Carter **, 29 years old, working in the background of her family's business empire, Carter Holdings, a mid-sized but powerful logistics company built by her late grandfather. And in every boardroom conversation, one thing was clear. Lena was not considered a leader. Not even close. Her uncle, Richard, made sure of that. "You're good with numbers, Lena," he would say with a polite smile. "But running a company, that's different." Her cousins laughed at the idea when she once suggested improving their outdated billing system. Even her own mother once told her gently, "Just don't embarrass yourself in front of the board, okay?" So Lena stopped trying to be heard. She became what they wanted her to be. Invisible, but useful. She worked in the finance department, quietly fixing errors, balancing books, and cleaning up mistakes others didn't even notice. But what nobody knew was this. Lena noticed everything. Every fake invoice. Every suspicious vendor contract. Every number that didn't sit right. And she kept it all in a private encrypted file on her laptop titled, "If Ever Any ADD." Everything changed on a rainy Monday morning. The boardroom was unusually full. Her uncle Richard stood at the front with a confident smile. "We've decided to bring in an external audit firm," he announced. The room went silent for half a second. Then he added, "Just a formality, nothing to worry about." But Lena felt something shift. A formality in a company that never did anything without control. That didn't sound right. Across the table, her cousin Mark chuckled. "Let them come, they'll find nothing." Richard nodded. "Exactly, we're clean." But Lena noticed something else. A flicker of tension in Richard's eyes. Just for a second. And that second stayed in her mind all day. The audit began 3 days later. 2 auditors arrived. Quiet, professional, observant. And they asked questions that seemed harmless at first. Then uncomfortable. Then dangerous. Invoices from 3 years ago. Supplier contracts that didn't match records. Payments made to companies that no one in the office remembered approving. At first, Richard stayed calm. Then slightly irritated. Then defensive. Lena watched everything silently from her desk. She wasn't part of the audit team. But somehow, she was always nearby when questions were asked. And slowly, she began noticing something even more disturbing. The errors weren't random. They were structured. Too clean to be mistakes. Too consistent to be coincidence. One evening, after everyone left, she stayed behind. The office was silent, except for the hum of the server room. She opened her encrypted folder and started cross-checking. Hour after hour. Line after line. Until her screen told her something she didn't want to believe. Millions had been quietly shifted out of the company over the last 5 years. Not by outsiders, but from inside. Her hands went cold. And one name appeared more than any other. Richard Carter. Her uncle. The next morning, Lena did something she had never done before. She walked straight into the audit room. No hesitation. No fear. Just a USB drive in her hand. "I have something you need to see," she said calmly. The lead auditor looked up. Richard, sitting nearby, frowned immediately. "What is this?" he asked sharply. Lena placed the USB on the table. "Complete internal transaction mapping, cross-referenced with vendor payments. You'll want to run it." A silence fell over the room. The auditor plugged it in. Screens filled with data. Then charts. Then links. Then patterns. The room slowly changed energy. Confusion turned into focus. Focus turned into disbelief. And Richard stopped smiling. "Where did you get this?" he asked. Lena looked at him directly. From the system, you told everyone not to question. The audit that was supposed to be a routine check turned into a full investigation. For the next 48 hours, the office became something else. Phones rang nonstop. Lawyers arrived. Senior managers were called in one by one. And every time someone looked at the data, their expression changed the same way. Shock followed by silence. Because the numbers didn't lie. They never did. And now they were speaking louder than anyone in that building. Richard tried to control the narrative at first. He called meetings. He spoke about misinterpretation. He even tried to dismiss Lena's file as incomplete analysis. But then the auditors asked for verification. And Lena had already prepared that too. Every file was backed up. Every record time-stamped. Every transaction traced. She wasn't guessing. She was documenting. And for the first time in the company's history, no one could argue with her. On the third day, Richard didn't come to the office. By the fourth, his office was sealed. By the fifth, legal notices started arriving. And by the sixth, the board called an emergency meeting. This time, Lena was not sitting in the corner. She was sitting at the table, across from everyone who once told her she wasn't smart enough. Her mother looked at her with confusion. Her cousins avoided her eyes. And the chairman of the board finally spoke. "Miss Carter, do you stand by your findings?" Lena didn't hesitate. Yes. One word. That was all it took. The investigation confirmed everything. Financial manipulation, hidden accounts, misreported profits, and internal diversion of funds spanning years. The company didn't collapse, but it changed ownership structure completely within weeks. Richard was removed. Legal consequences followed. And the empire that once dismissed Lena now depended on her reports to survive. Months later, the board offered her a position. Not in finance, not in data, but something no one expected. Chief Operations Officer. Her mother cried when she heard it. Her cousins stayed silent. And Lena, she didn't celebrate. She simply said, "I never wanted to prove I was better than anyone. I just wanted the truth to matter." That night, she stayed late in the office again. Same building, same lights, but everything felt different now. She looked at the city through the glass window. And for the first time, she wasn't invisible. She wasn't doubted. She wasn't ignored. She was the one they listened to. Not because she shouted louder, but because her work spoke when no one else could. And sometimes,